We are giving you an expired listing masterclass. So welcome. Did you know that this time of year is the most wonderful time of the year, but it is the time of year when the most properties come off the market because agents schedule their expirations to be before Christmas, right after Christmas, New Year's Eve, not necessarily New Year's Day, sometimes even as early as Thanksgiving, right? So you will see the most amount of properties in any market come off the market at this time. So that means opportunity for you. That means opportunity for you because many agents are checked out. Okay. They're like, it's the holidays, it's the new year, it's the slow season. I'm on vacation. Did you know that you don't get paid for vacation in real estate? No, you are a solopreneur, which means you're not making any money. So if you don't do things now, it's going to affect your February and March big time. So take advantage of that. There'll be less competition because people are taking a break. Now's the time for you to turn it up. All gas, no brake. So first things first, we want to get started with, where are you with your expired listing expertise? Are you just getting started? Have you never, ever called an expired? Because I'm going to give you a little bit of background. I wouldn't be in the business still today if it wasn't for expired listings. That's what helped me get through 2008, 2009, 2010, when the market crashed, right? 2007, 8, we're like, woo, yeah, everybody gets a mortgage. And then I was like, nobody gets nothing. Houses are foreclosed, right? Short sales everywhere. Takes forever to sell whatever's on the market. It was an extreme buyer's market, and it was quite challenging, but with great challenges become opportunities, and that makes us stronger. And so that helped me to hone it because every day, every single day, from probably 2 o'clock to 6 o'clock, I would prospect expired listings. Okay, so you need to put this, if you've hopefully been working on your business plan. Hopefully you've been working on your business plan. And in there you have prospecting activities. Maybe you didn't think about expires, but now's a good time to give it a try. Not give it a try, but actually add it in there so that when you're looking at what are you going to focus on every day, maybe just start with an hour, right? Kind of like my son always gives a good example. Like if you're going to go in the swimming pool and the water's kind of cold and you're a little bit afraid of it, some people go a little bit in the distance, shallow end, right? Dip your toe in, then your knee, and you get a little, and then you're in the shallow end, right? And some of us, some of you are like me, where I'm like, cannonball, I'm going right into the deep end. I don't care, right? All at once. But you have to do something. So put it into your calendar. Now, here is your supplies list. For those of you that are high seas and need the extra information, I would start with just a simple little book. Okay. I'm highly techie, right? But there's something about, I have one here, I have another one here, about taking notes. Okay. This is going to be, or even if you want something a little bigger, get one of those black and white journal type that they're bound with it. This is going to be your Bible that you're going to use to take notes as you are working the expired listings, because you have to have systems. You have to remember everything that anyone has ever said to you so that when you go back the second time, you can be like, oh, Mr. Seller, I remember you said you were going to move to Jacksonville. Is that where you wanted to go, right? Yeah, absolutely. But you said you were concerned with like the kitchen needed updating and you weren't sure if it was, and you wanted to wait kind of till after the winter. Have it all written down so you know when to follow up, what to do. Okay. So first step. Second step, get yourself a 3-ring binder. Again, it sounds crazy that I'm talking about paper and binders and trapper keepers. Hold on a second. Okay. But a 3-ring binder is going to help you to keep things organized. Okay. Again, I believe in digital, but when it comes to this, I like having paper that I can highlight, that I can write things on, and I will do a realtor full report for every expired listing that I'm going to prospect on. Okay. Then I will take it one step further. I'll take that 3-ring binder and I'll tab it up into 3 different zip codes. Okay. And this all depends on the amount of expireds you might have in your area, but 3 different zip codes that I want to concentrate on. so that I'm condensing my time frames. If there's not enough expired listing inventory, then do 4, then do 5, but just keep it organized, okay? Because at the front of this 3-ring binder, every time I have a list of properties that I'm going to go, and the plan that I'm giving you right now, this is for door knocking. Obviously, if you're not going to door knock, but you can call them on the phone, weak sauce. But if you're going to call them on the phone, you don't need to map them out, but I think you should, because then you can have a multi-touch campaign, okay? So either way, I think you should do this. So we're dividing it into the areas that you're going to concentrate on. Now, pulling your data. I'm not going to do a screen share to show you how. Should I? I don't know. If you're paying attention, put something in the comments. But every MLS, you can go in and you can do expired listings, right? You can do expired listings 0 to 365, which is a year ago, or you can do specific dates. So you could put, 30 days back, 2 weeks back. I might do this time of year, I would do just before Thanksgiving till now. Okay, that's your first step. So you search up your listings like that. So just before Thanksgiving till now. Then you have to go through each and every listing and click the history on it. Now, this is tedious work. So you could pay somebody to do this if you have an assistant, virtual assistant, somebody like that. Son, daughter, niece, nephew. Pay them minimum wage to do this for you every morning to scrub the listings. Okay. Now I'll give you the low budget solution. For those of you that don't have any money to spend because you're just getting started or you haven't saved your money or whatever the case may be. This is our lowest budget. And then I'll give you like ways you can throw money at people to get these leads already scrubbed for you. Okay. So that's the first step is you go to the history. Has it been relisted? Has it been relisted? No. Okay. Then I check it. If I'm going down if I have my MLS list, line by line, then I'll go through each listing and I'll look at it and I'm going to really analyze it. Again, this depends on how many you have to choose from, but I'm going to analyze them and look at the photos. I'm going to look at the remarks. I'm going to look at, why didn't this property sell? In my expert opinion, why didn't it sell? Is it the price? Is it the marketing efforts, right? Is it the public remarks? Did they write all caps? This one won't last, honey, stop the car, right? So look at all that and see, think to yourself, I can sell this. I might also simultaneously have RPR open if you're in an RPR market, narrpr.com, and look up that address, right? So then I'm like here and I'm here with 2 tabs, or you could do side by side, or I have multiple screens, so I put one on each screen. And then I would look at RPR, then look at comps in the area. Are things selling in that area? Did one sell in the next street over? Within 1 mile, are there properties selling? If they are, why did they sell? In my opinion, because I want to be able to talk to that person and have a good story to tell about the market, but also about successes in their area. Because maybe it's an area for whatever reason, nothing's selling. Nothing. Then I'm like, I'm not going to go to that one, right? Or you look at it and it's grossly overpriced by like 30, 40%. You're like, right? Depending where you are in the area, in our area, we're still seeing that event pricing where it's listed at this price and then it scales up usually 18.9%, roughly 20% over asking. But if you went and then listed that same property at the over asking price, well, buyers are used to going over asking on the list price. So then they're going to look at your property and say, that's overpriced, right? So it's a strategy and that needs to be explained sometimes. And depending on the property and the agent, maybe it isn't explained the way it should be. Okay. So I'm going through all the expireds and I'm cherry picking. I'm going to pick the best ones because I want you to start with the best ones and work your way down. Don't just do all of them, because if you do all of them, some of them are going to be that really overpriced listing or other reasons, right? Start with the ones that you're most likely to convert, because as you begin on your journey of prospecting these expireds, we want you to have successes because it takes one. You list one, it sells, over asking, hopefully, in a short amount of time. Listen up, I got a story to tell, right? that's where I'm going to go to the next one and say, hey, did you know the Monero residence over on next street over? Yeah, yeah. That property's on the market forever, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Well, guess what? We were able to help them get their home sold and make their move. Here's how it worked. Right? Insert your unique value and what you did. If y'all can hear me, just type something in the comments, because maybe you're just really engaged in taking notes. But I have to, let me see where my comments are. I haven't even been looking at the comments. Oh, there we go. Thank you, Marianne. I did it when I was new. Okay. Marianne said she did it. She did expired listings when she was new. Why not CRM? Well, we're going to get to that in a little bit. But let's come over here. What I want to show you next. So next is our strategy. And I'm going to put this in the comments after I'm done here. But I did a live stream a couple weeks ago before Christmas in regards to the fortune is in the follow-up, right? And in that live stream, I talked about creating a campaign. And so I'm going to put it in the comments. You can watch it back. We don't have a lot of time to talk about it today, but create a campaign to follow up with expired listings. Okay. Not just a campaign for potential sellers, because there's different pain points, different emotions, right? If you really get into the psyche of an expired listing, here's how it goes, right? This seller, it's their home. If they're owner occupied, investors would be different. Owner occupied. This is their home that they love, right? They did everything that needed to be done. They did the painting. They did the kitchen. They did the carpets. They did everything that the agent said. They made this property that they love look the very best that it can look ever. How many times have you had a seller that you list their house and like, wow, this is exactly how I always wanted it to be, right? They love their house. And what happens? The market rejected it, right? There's a feeling of rejection. There's a feeling of embarrassment, right? They don't feel loved. And the last thing that they need is somebody knocking on their door and say, yeah, you're overpriced. Yeah, the market sucks. Yeah, your house needs work. That's my house. That's my home that you're talking about, right? So it has to be handled with a bit of empathy and understanding that they're frustrated, right? They're frustrated that they made a bad choice, whether it's the price that they listed at because the agent took it at any price or the agent they selected. I guess it could be the only two things, right? Right? Or maybe compensation. I don't know. Could be a number of things. All right. Oh yeah, Billy's listening. Hey there. Yo. Hey yo. But I want to tell you this. Okay. Creating the campaign. I want to see where expired listing. Hold on. I'm going to switch over to my GPT in a second, but I want to see expired listing ICP. Expired listing ideal client profile. Oh, by the way, see that down below, jmanbot.com. If you go there, you're going to get our scripts that we're going to be showing you today. You're going to type in expired listing script. Expired listing script. Expired listing script. It's going to give you the number one script that I use. I keep it simple, but then I gave you a bunch of, I try to think of like top 8 objections that you're going to get from a for sale by owner. Okay. All right, let me show you this first. Good question. Marianne has a question. Do you ever send postcards or letters or just door knock? I'm going to get there right now. Yes. So the answer is yes. The answer is yes. When we talk about creating a campaign, there's 2 different campaigns. And we'll say campaigns and flows. A campaign means, it's 8 touches over 8 weeks, let's say. And that could be just email. You get their email, you hit them up. But I like what you're referring to, an 8-touch campaign, which means you're touching them 8 different ways. It's a planned communication strategy, okay, for that expired listing. I'm just going to write these down as I talk. So It could be, actually here, we'll share my screen. We'll do this together. But it could be you knock on the door, you call them, you send an email, you send a text message, you send a Facebook message, you send a personal note, right? We got 6, right? You can do a targeted ad for their area. And so you're hitting them land, air, sea, and then some. Hold on, I'm going to share my screen over here. That is good. Okay. Hold on. So I just want to show you something because this is back it all up, all the way up, all the way up. Okay. Imagine you're sitting on the deck of your North Shore. This was like a Long Island expired listing, North Shore. Imagine you're sitting on the deck of your North Shore waterfront home watching the gentle waves. This home, your dream realized, is now waiting for a new owner. The journey you embarked on to sell this home has been filled with challenges and learning experiences. You faced the market's unpredictability, the emotional toll of letting go, the fear of financial loss, but also found strength in your goals, refining your strategy, and focusing on what made your home unique. As negotiations with a potential buyer begin, you oscillate between hope and fear, but ultimately you succeed. You've learned resilience, importance of patience. Imagine now the new chapter awaits, filled with the promise of new beginnings. Okay, so it goes into the emotional roller coaster. The days were roller coasters, ups of potential interest, followed by downs and negotiations following through. But what I created here is an 8-touch campaign. So welcome email. If you can get their email, I'm going to move this over just a little bit so the folks on Instagram can see a little bit better. Like that. Okay. Welcome email, introduction to a luxurious journey. Welcome to your waterfront dream home on the North Shore. Okay. Then a market analysis email. Okay, but let's do this. I want to do create an 8-touch campaign for an expired listing. Include door knocking, phone calls, and everything else. Everything else you think I should be doing to convert. Here we go. Okay, so here's the 8-touch. Okay, first, touch 1, door knocking introduction. Visit the property, leaving a door hanger if no one answers. Door hanger could include a brief introduction, your contact information, a QR code linking to your testimonials, or what I like, a QR code linking to a video introducing yourself, right? What better way to kind of show them your personality, what it's like to work with you, but keep it short and simple. Okay. Hey, this is JMan. It's JMan Monero with the Monero team at XYZ Realty. I just popped by because I specialize in helping folks like you get their home sold for the most money in the least amount of time. Please give me a call back or click below if you had some kind of call to action or something like that. Okay. Touch 2, follow-up phone call. Yo, I was at your house. Touch 3, personalized email. Touch 4, direct mail. Touch 5, second door knocking attempt. Touch 6, invitation to an open house. Okay, think about that. If you want to show them how it's done, show them how you do it, baby. Right? Touch 6, invitation to an open house. So then it's like they're coming to your turf. You don't know when they're going to come, but they feel more comfortable because they're not inviting you to their house yet. Touch 7, video email. Touch 8, final touch point, personal call. Okay, and I might even go back and door knock for a 3rd time. That's your 8 touches, folks. What questions do we have about that right now? Now you can have postcards and door hangers printed from Canva. They have templates in there. We don't have time to go into that right now. Or if you have an in-house marketing team, or Magnets USA, I think might even print up. There's a bunch of, just go to your local printer. I like using local people because I can always pop by and say, yo, I need more, right? Rather than waiting for a shipment to come in, and maybe it's a week or 2 weeks or 3 weeks. When I need it, I need it. And I like to support local business. Ay, 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 hold on. This thing keeps making noise. Strange computer today. Okay, I'm going to bring it back over here. Can you scroll through them? Path, People Against Trafficking Humans, Inc. Huh? Oh, I'm like, that was out of left field. I don't know if we'd use it for expired listings, but okay. Now, next step, maybe you don't want to do all this work. Maybe you're like, dude, I ain't got time for that. I don't want to go on. I want to scrub the listings. I want to check out the history. And there are some new laws going into effect in regards to predicted dialers and things like that. Talk to your manager, your broker owner, so they can give you more information on that. Okay. But if you're not good on the phone, or you're not good at converting, there are options available. Okay. So starting with getting the leads, there's a company called Espresso Agent, and I don't even have an affiliate link with them, and I should. But with Espresso Agent, how it works is, have this queued up for you. Okay. They actually give you expired listing leads, FSBO leads, FURBO, which are for rental by owner leads, and then standard neighborhood search data for $279 a month. Okay, which means it's already scrubbed. They also give you a dialer and CRM. CRM is you need that for the follow-up process. Again, dialer if it's legal in your area. If it's not, then don't use the dialer. Maybe there's less value there. But this is a huge time saver. If I'm spending an hour each day, right, and I'm working 5 days a week, that's 25 hours a month. If I'm worth at least $100 an hour, that's $2,500 worth of my time that I could use doing something else, right? So for $279 a month, no brainer. Definitely do it. And I would commit to at least 6 months of it. I don't know what their plan is, but also available. Look, they make it really small. Basic package. Oh, it's so little and blue. A basic package is $199 a month. So they price it so that, hey, it's just a little bit more. Get the pro plan. Now you have the leads. Maybe you don't like making phone calls. Guess what you can do? You can hire a virtual assistant. And we've had sessions on that, but VirtueDesk, myvirtuedesk.com, they actually, you tell them what you're looking for, they'll find people that have those qualifications. Okay. So if you're looking for somebody to create your campaigns and your flows in your CRM, right? Some of your CRMs that you're using are really great, but they're like super complicated to create a flow or a campaign. A campaign is what we talked about, right? A planned communication strategy over time. A flow is like an if this, then that. If they open the email, send the next email in a certain amount of time. If they don't open the email, wait a certain amount of time and send the same email again. That's a flow. So it's a better strategy with these kinds of folks. So you can do that with VirtueDesk. Okay, but what I like is that they also have inside here. Let me see the services: virtual assistants, call center, timely, Timble dialer. So like the call centers, you can have an inside salesperson working for you for $10 to $12 an hour. Okay, $10 to $12 an hour. They're making phone calls for you. And I know if you're concerned about accents, they're based out of Zimbabwe, so they have a pretty cool like South African accent. But towards the higher end, they can find people that sound like they're from Texas. Okay. So virtuedesk.com can help you with that. And like I said, it could be making calls for you, or it could be creating the campaigns and flows. because once you create the campaigns one time, it could be you just hire them for a week. Let's go to the pricing on that. Well, same thing here. You hire them for 20 hours. That's how long it takes them to make the campaigns for you. Now you have the campaigns in your CRM, and you don't need them ever again. Or maybe you and another agent split it, and then you just share the campaigns, right? As long as you're not crossing over each other's areas. So to recap what we've talked about so far, creating your plan, right? Decide where the areas that you want to specialize in. Don't make it all over the world, right? If you're in Long Island, don't make it like all of Long Island, because that would be impossible. I would say focus on just a few zip codes. If it's just one town, if your town has multiple zip codes, let's do that, because I want you to be a specialist. I want you to know all of the actives, all of the pendings, all of the expireds, why they expired, how long they were on the market, right? Your list price to sale price ratio, what are properties appreciating at. You need to know all this information so that when you're talking to a potential seller, you impress them with your knowledge and expertise. Because they're going to go, well, that one down the street sold for $550,000, and their house is listed for $450,000. They're like, yeah, but that one had 700 more square feet. It had an in-ground pool. It had $100,000 worth of hardscaping in the backyard. So kind of not a comparable to your property. Did you see it during the open house? Okay. So what other questions do we have about your expired listings? In New York, can we call expired due to state of emergency? Good question, Marianne. No, you cannot call in the state of New York right now because we're always in a state of emergency. We've been lobbying our people to get the state of emergency lifted, or at least allow us to cold call during the state of emergency. However, door knocking, this is another reason why I like door knocking. Door knocking is not considered cold calling. Okay, I can't tell you how many listings that I would get where they're like, oh, I've been getting phone calls like crazy. I'm like, how many people knock on the door? They're like, none? Okay. Well, that's why I'm just trying to demonstrate how we like to focus on things that actually get results, like getting your home sold, right? Those agents that are calling you, they're looking for the easy way out. They want to sit there comfortable in the office, make phone calls all day. I want to get out on the road in an area that I specialize in and talk to future home sellers. Pretty easy. Let me give you the scripts before I go, and then we're going to call it a day. So these are the scripts you're going to get access to right here. Right now. There's no tomorrow. Let me slide this over. Slide to the left. Okay. I started this off. And again, you're going to go to jmanbot.com. 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 You're going to go there. That's my AI chatbot. And just type in expired listing script. And you're going to get exactly what you see here. Okay. I won't charge you a damn thing, but you should be sending me referrals. Something, if you're looking for a great speaker in your area. Door knocking, expired listings, plan ahead, right? This is kind of a lot of things we talk about. Your attire, dress business casual, your approach, never carry a briefcase or anything else, just your marketing material. Knocking with a partner is always great. Knock on the door in a familiar fashion. Stand 10 to 12 feet away from the door. Here's my number one script. Hi, are you blank? Great. The reason I'm in the area is because I saw that your property was recently on the market and should have sold but didn't. Why do you think that is? Open-ended. I want them to talk to me. Okay. Every home will sell at the right price. We understand exactly how you feel. Many of our clients felt the same way, found. And many of our happiest clients have found out is that it's not always the price. We specialize in repositioning properties. What does that mean? They don't know. I know. Okay. That haven't sold with other agents, back on the market with better photos, professional staging, and expertly written public remarks. We also have a customized marketing strategy based on artificial intelligence, social media, and video. It will look like an entirely new property that's fresh on the market. Think freshly baked bread rather than day-old bread that they have on sale. Okay. Plus, if you have buyers, can I come in? Take a look. Are you still interested in making a move? This is a great question to ask. If they have a concern about finding a home first, then let them know how a contingent offer might work or how you could find something first and then list their home. right? Or you could list their home and then make it contingent on them finding suitable housing within a certain period of time. Then I have expired listing script number 2. Then I have objection. We're taking the home off the market. We're relisting with the same agent. We're going to sell it ourselves, FSBO. We're not selling anymore. You agents are all the same. Will you cut your commission? We need to find a house before listing this one. Your price estimate is too low. Okay, so we're like the top 8 I thought that you would get, and they give you multiple ways: response 1, 2, and 3. But if you find one that's not on there, you can always go to the AI chatbot and get it done for you. Right? Type what it is and so just say, I need a good way to overcome this objection. And then if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Instagram direct message is fine. Facebook Messenger is good too, or even JMan at jmanseminars.com, good old-fashioned email. My name's Jeremiah. It's JMan Monero with JMan Speaks, coming to you live and direct from our world headquarters here in the Rock. This ROC. We don't stop. Make it a great day. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. Happy New Year. We want you to have a prosperous 2025. That starts by taking action right now, doing the things that matter most, income-producing activities. See ya.